Hey subscribers and watchers, what's up? It's me, Webs from slidenerd here. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is a navigation drawer in Android. Now you guys have been asking about this for a long time and I've been running from pillar to post for the last 2 months after something or the other. But finally I'm here and we're going to talk about this in the most professional way that I do all the time. So first, for those of you who are completely new to Android, this list that you see here is a navigation drawer. It simply opens from the left side of the screen as you slide the screen from left to right, and it shows a list of options where the user can navigate to. And then when you swipe the opposite direction or you click at the top of the icon which is usually present over here, then what happens is this navigation drawer closes just like it was closed before. So why would you need this? Well, let's take a look at that. There are several emails over here. Let's say your app has several screens or activities over here. So inside the navigation drawer, what you want to do usually is to display all the screens where the user can navigate to or the user would wish to go to. For example, you click top level 2 from here, you go to top level 2, again you click here at this icon, you see this weird 3 bars over here. You click on this, again the navigation drawer will open, it will show you all the available screens on your app. You click on 5 and then it'll take you to 5 over here. So that's how a navigation drawer is supposed to be used. So in other words, it's basically having one single objective, that's allow users to switch to your app's most important screens from anywhere in the app. That's the idea behind a navigation drawer. So how do you close it? Once you open the navigation drawer, touching the content outside the drawer will close it. If you swipe to the left anywhere on the screen, that will close it. If you touch the app icon or title in the action bar at the top, that will close it. Or if you press the back button on your device, that will close it. So what situations would you use a navigation drawer under? So let's take a look at some weird example here. Again, this is taken from developer.android.com, and so is most of the stuff that I talk about in this video, because no one can explain stuff better than they do. After all, they are the makers of Android. So first you go here at the top. What you have is 4 different screens. Let's say A, B, C, D. Let's assume that this first screen that we have here shows 2 emails over here. If you click, usually without the navigation drawer, what would happen is that you would click on this first email, it will open up in a separate screen. You will see the email, then you will press the back button and you will come back here. Then you would press the second email and that would show up on a separate screen. This would happen without a navigation drawer. But with a navigation drawer, what would happen is that you click on the first email that is launched here. Now you open the navigation drawer over here, that will show you the list of all emails and other screens that your app can navigate to, and you directly click the second email from here and you go to the second email. In other words, easier navigation between lower level items is done with the help of a navigation drawer. So now let's take a look at when you should use it. You should have a navigation drawer in your app if you have more than 3 unique top level views. That means there are more than 3 screens, or say 3 activities or 3 different fragments that the user is gonna use. Well, use a navigation drawer. If it's less than 3, you can always use the fixed tabs, that is the swipe tabs or scroll tabs, which I've already talked about in my earlier videos. Now if your app requires navigating between lower level screens, like say reading 2 separate emails, then you can use a navigation drawer like I showed you earlier. Now if you have deep branches inside your app, again you can use navigation drawers. Like for example, let's say you have an ebook which has several chapters. Each chapter has several sections. Each section has several examples. So in this case, between example 1 and example 2, if the user wants to navigate, it would be easier if you give him a navigation drawer, because with the back button or the up button, it's gonna become a real headache to move between different chapters like that. So the most frequent places, or you can say the most frequent screens inside your app where the user is gonna go all the time, are called navigation hubs. So navigation drawer solely exists for the purpose of displaying the most common navigation hubs out there. And one more important thing out there is that if you include say any particular activity, like say activity A, inside your navigation drawer, make sure that you have this 3 horizontal bar special icon at the top inside your title to indicate that you actually have a navigation drawer enabled on this screen. Otherwise the user will never notice and he will never click on this area, and therefore they will never find out that you have an easier way to navigate inside your app. So what kind of content can you have inside the navigation drawer? You can have section list views like these. You can have icons for the list views. You can have counters that indicate the number of items inside particular screen or some kind of information like that. And of course you can also have expandable list views, like you can have top level views and sub views inside your top level view 5 in the form of expandable list view. Take a look over here, it's top level view 5. There's this arrow indicating the details inside. You close the arrow, it collapses. If you click on this, it expands. That kind of view can also be supported inside your navigation drawer. So what do you do with the action bar and the navigation drawer? Now take a look at this again over here. You have to adjust the content of the action bar depending on the status of the navigation drawer. When the navigation drawer is expanded, you want to make sure that the app icon over here is something like this. You have to make sure the app name is according to the screen that the user is selecting or something. And of course, avoid the contextual actions from being shown when the navigation drawer is expanded. Now if you don't know what contextual actions are, they are actions like when you hold and click in one place inside, say, your file manager. There are certain options at the top that suddenly appear which are like copy, cut, paste. Now those actions are called contextual actions because they are very specific to the item that you're trying to work with, and those actions need to be hidden when the navigation drawer is expanded. And now of course you have the overflow menu here. This little 3 dots that you see vertically, this is called the overflow section inside your Android app. Inside that you're supposed to place settings and help. Never place these two things inside the navigation drawer as per the guidelines given by Google. So settings and help is over here, and your app is divided into 2 sections. The left side is for navigation. The actions here on the right hand side, like refresh or copy, cut, paste, delete, share, whatever, they are on the right side. Don't keep them inside the navigation drawer. So let's take a look at some interaction scenarios here inside the navigation drawer. The first time the user starts your app, make sure that the navigation drawer pops out to indicate to the user that there is a navigation drawer inside your app and the user can use it for their purposes. Of course, if the user touches to the very left side of the screen, make sure that the navigation drawer pops up a little bit just to indicate that once again there's something called a navigation drawer in your app out there. Now remember one more thing, there are several screens. Let's say top view 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are currently located on top view 1 behind the navigation drawer, then make sure that this is highlighted so that the user knows exactly where they are. And if none of the screens are present here inside the navigation drawer where the user is currently located, then make sure that none of the items are highlighted as well. So when you talk about interaction, there is something else about the back button that you need to remember. If you press back at the top level screen, you come out of the app over here, and if you press back here, the navigation drawer, you go back and you come to the top level screen that you have over here, which is just like the normal back button interaction that you have. However, things change a little bit when you have lower level screens out there. For example, let's say there is top view 1, there is lower 1.1.1. So when you go to lower 1.1.1, when you click a back button, you come to the immediate parent of lower 1.1.1, which is lower 1.1. So in other words, if the user navigates to a lower hierarchy screen from a navigation drawer and that screen has a direct parent, then the back button or the back stack is reset and it comes to the immediate parent that the lower level screen had in our case. So what kind of style you can have? The navigation drawer is supposed to have a width between 240 to 320 dp, and of course the height of each item should not be less than 48 dp. So these are the guidelines that Google has specified for the navigation drawer. So in this video we have taken a look at what is a navigation drawer, when you should use one, and what kind of interactions you can do with the navigation drawer. In the next video we are gonna dig further into the navigation drawer and figure out exactly how to implement it. In the meantime, if you guys like what you saw, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and let us know your thoughts in the comment boxes below. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.